So in this interview, you're going to see Ross, who has just turned 20 years old, and he just let me know that he's making over $5,000 per month with his social media marketing agency. Whenever a student of mine gets to 5,000 per month, 10,000 per month or beyond, I send them an award with their name on it, and I sent one just to Ross, and then we invited him to this interview. So Ross is going to be sharing his story as a very young guy starting out in business. He's Irish like myself and found my content on social media, and then later on decided that he wanted to work more closely with me in my mentorship program. I think Ross has a very unique way of approaching business as a young guy, and I think you'll get a lot of value from it. Cool. Well, guys, welcome in. Today I'm obviously chatting with Ross, who I've just introed to you. So Ross has just turned 20, hitting around 5,000 per month in his marketing agency. Ross, I'll get you to intro yourself now, just to give people context on kind of where you've come from, how you got into this, and yeah, where you're currently at, man.
Yeah, so firstly, Adam, cheers for having me on. So basically, at the moment, I'm 20 years old. I'm running basically a solo agency at the moment, have a few subcontractors getting on board and stuff. I've been running this business for about 6 to 8 months, 6 months fully up and running with the brand that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been doing kind of like agency work and social media and digital marketing. It's always been my passion since I was in school, since I was about 16. It's been always my passion. So it's really 4 years in the gist of things, but
Mm-hmm.
specifically with this business, 6 months in.
Love it. Cool, man. Similar to me, I didn't just start an agency and boom, that was the first thing. I was
Yeah.
always dabbling, obviously, like yourself, in bits of marketing, bits of freelance, and then obviously found our way to the agency world, man. So, Ross, to give
Yeah.
people a bit of context on what exactly you do, then, who do you service? What kind of clients and what kind of services are you providing?
Yeah, so basically, I have like a little bit of a different approach to most people who have an agency. I'm doing free core services, and
Mm-hmm.
I target these core services to tradesmen and home service business owners.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of my offer is that we do the whole digital marketing for tradesmen. So obviously the main goal for tradesmen is to be found on Google, because if someone's a roofer,
Yeah.
the main goal is to show up when someone searches up roofers near me, roof repairs near me and stuff. So we do the full operation of it. We do the website design, we do the Google ads, and we do the search engine optimization.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
my core offer, and this seems to be working really, really well. And obviously, if you know Alex Ramosi, it's from him. I credit everything to him. But we actually offer the website for free with the marketing package. So for us, like I have the website productized. So the website actually only takes 4 to 5 hours. But because they hear the free website design, which is like normally big agencies could charge up to 10 grand for a website, and we're here offering a great website, a great 10-page plus website for free, they come to us automatically. So all tradesmen, and that offer spreads like wildfire in tradesmen. So I don't do any advertising. This is all just referrals and the odd cold call, the odd appointment setting. People going to get appointments for me.
Amazing. I love that, man. I love that. And then if I was let's just say a roofer, and I came across my friend who's working with you, I'd obviously get introduced to you. We'd have a quick call maybe to see, what exactly you offered. What would be kind of the price that you would then charge?
Yeah, so we have like three packages.
Hmm.
One is a standalone Google Ads package. So we run the Google Ads for them, we manage it all. Ad spend's all separate. So whatever
Hmm.
we charge, they can choose whatever investment they want to put into Google Ads. Then we have a Google Ads and SEO package, which is what most people go for, which is just like, the thought behind that is that we build a website and we launch the website, and then we launch Google Ads to get them the initial leads through the door. And
Hmm.
I work on the search engine stuff to get them number one organically over time, which means they can stop relying on Google Ads as much. So our packages range from 1,000 a month to 2,000 a month.
Amazing. Amazing, man.
Yeah.
I love that, man. It's a great offer, and the free website is genius, man. It's a great little
Yeah.
extra. And Ross, to give people context, when you say that the website is productized and that it takes 4 or 5 hours, would that be you building that out just from a template that you've already built, or would that be a subcontractor or somebody else that would come in and kind of make that custom for each client?
Yeah. So basically, because I'm only working with tradesmen, and this is where like niching down really helps, because
Mm.
I know exactly what a customer wants from a website. So not my customers, like my client's customers. So
Yeah.
let's say the leads that come through on the website, they just need simple stuff like a call button, they need a form submission, they need reviews, etc. So it's all very like I know how a service page look. So at the moment, I'm actually building out the websites through a templated WordPress template, and I have
Yeah.
the system down for it. So like I have an SOP, a system written down where step one, and it's about 10 steps and sub steps in between, and it's just literally picking off the boxes. This is literally like manual work for me now at the moment. Like
Love it.
get the content, ChatGPT prompts, have them all sorted. So yeah, at the moment, I'm actually doing the website design. I have a few subcontractors working on the Google Ads and the SEO because that takes a little bit more on an ongoing basis. I can do the website in half a day, and then that's my part done, and then the profit comes in for me every month now. So at the
Amazing.
moment, I'm
Yeah.
still doing the website design, but I have subcontractors doing the SEO and the Google Ads at the moment.
Amazing. Amazing, man. So like that, if I sign up, I get a free website. I'll pay between 1,000 to 2,000 per month. As you said, that would obviously be for the set packages of the SEO, the Google Ads and such. What would happen, Ross? Let's say I stayed with you for 2 months, okay? Came in 2 months, got my website, did 2 months of service. If I was to leave then, would you keep the website or would I get to take the website with me? How exactly would that work?
So in our contract, it is a 3 month contract,
Nice.
but
Yeah.
now like it's we're working with small tradesmen businesses. So like if someone wants to leave after a month, it's not going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to sue you now for the extra 2 months.
Yeah.
It's just there in writing to have some common courtesy.
Yeah.
But if someone does, well, let's say they finish after 3 months and they're like, listen, we're getting enough word of mouth leads and stuff, they can pay €49 a month to keep the website hosted from us.
Cool.
So like, they still can have the website live if they pay €49 for hosting. And at the moment, my hosting fee is €17 all in for all my websites.
Love it.
So if clients do leave, there's still nearly €49 of basically 100% profit because I have like the guts of 20 websites.
Amazing. Amazing, man. Love that. Love that. Yeah, I was curious, man, because I know a lot of people in the web world, that's kind of part of the package, you know, a monthly ongoing fee, 50, 100. And obviously it just gives you a bit of recurring income going forward because, you know, it's a good deal as well, man. If they got a website for free, I'm sure they're happy enough to pay their 50 a month because heck, most sites you're going to pay that anyway, if not a bit more to get it hosted. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
I have all the maintenance automated as well, so there's no
Amazing.
issue there for me. There's no work involved or anything.
Yeah.
That's completely automated, and that
Love
actually
it.
helps. That €49 a month, I'm sure you know yourself, helps with the Stripe fees.
For
So
sure.
like I can just like cancel out my Stripe fees because the website maintenance fee kind of covers it, if you know what I mean.
Amazing.
So it works out well, yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And if people are new to this space, they might be hearing Stripe and all of this and getting, you know, so it's a lot of information. Just to give some context, Stripe is what we use to collect payments. So if Ross, let's say, sends me an invoice today and I pay it and it's $1,000, he won't get $1,000. He'll get maybe 970 or 980. There'll be a fee that Stripe always takes. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And that obviously makes a lot of sense, man. You're canceling that out. And so far, Ross, have you had any issues with clients needing to leave early? So let's say they sign up on that 3 month package. Have you had any of those cases where it has happened? In my agency, we had the same approach, 3 months. It was very rare, but like you said, there will be the odd situation where someone might have just a crazy emergency, something out of their control where they got to pull out. And as long as we could, you know, make sure that that was legit, then we'd obviously have a chat about it, you know?
Yeah, I have had it before. I think my issue was when I started that I didn't set expectations properly.
Okay.
So on a sales call with a client, they'd ask what I do. I'd give them a case study, which is like outstanding results, but I kind of forget to mention that this wasn't after a week of working with us. So for one, it attracted like bad clients because it said you get free money basically. They thought it was like get rich quick nearly. My service was and that's not how it works at all. Google Ads, especially SEO, it's time involved. Like the website build out, I don't do the website. If you pay for the marketing package, you don't get the website for a week because I can't just drop everything to my week and do it. So I take the week to do it. So it typically takes a month of the service being ran for it to be fully up and running. And I've had clients at the beginning get annoyed and be unhappy with the service and then just kind of ghost me.
Makes sense, man.
That's something I'm really working on. Well, I have worked on it now. I'm in a good position where no one's left. I have no churn from the last 2 months.
Amazing.
because the expectations have been set that this isn't a get 20 leads tomorrow plan. This is a long term, at least 3 months, but we want to work forever together because the Google Ads and the SEO work forever. And we make sure that you get the leads over time, not tomorrow or not even within the first month. You might get a few leads within the first month, but it's more the second and third month where everything picks up. And then I say, look at the case study we have. And I'll say this was after 6 months of working with us.
Oh.
Now they did get leads within the first 2 months and they were great results and the client was still happy. But I was just saying this case study where they got an astounding amount of leads was after 6 months of working with us.
Yeah.
So just a bit of context for the clients so they don't, the expectations are really set properly.
Definitely, man. So important, right? Like you said, it can just lead to not getting the best client. And it's not their fault. It's just that they've come in with an expectation. It's just not really realistic. But that is the beauty of when you have a 3-month contract. I found it's very easy to explain why you do a 3-month contract when you're trying to set that realistic expectation. Ross, I worked with a lot of fitness coaches. So a lot of the way, I would have done it was I would have framed it in their terms as if, right, if they're a fitness coach and they've got Jane coming who's looking to lose some weight, they ain't going to promise her crazy results in a month, right? It's just unrealistic. But if they say to Jane, look, it's going to take 3 or 4 months, and that's because we've got these processes, and there's going to be a time for us to tweak and adjust and basically optimize to make sure you're on the right track, I would use that same frame to them. So how they would use that for their clients, I'll explain to them, look, the same with your fitness, your business, it's all the same. So we're going to need at least 3 months here to figure things out and not just get results on day one. So that, again, right expectation is set.
Yeah, that's really smart. Yeah, that works out really well.
Yeah, so have a think, man. There might be a way you could link that to tradesmen and roofers.
Yeah, I'll have to think of some sort of terminology for it, definitely.
Yeah. Awesome, man. But the fact that you're getting referrals, like as you mentioned, that's obviously fantastic because it says one thing. It says that you've got a great fucking offer and then you're doing a great job. They're actually happy with it. Because of course, if I'm working with you, I'm not going to refer you if I'm not happy with what I'm getting. So unreal, man. Sounds like you're doing a great service there. And I guess, Ross, like for, say, the beginner that might be watching this and they're thinking, geez, like, Ross, you've just turned 20. You're now making what is great money. For your age, it's double, it could be triple what most would make. Like, how did that, I guess, like, how would you explain to someone who might be in that situation, seeing you going, like, how is that even possible? Like, how can someone actually make $5,000 in a month online? Like, how does that happen? Is there any insights that you think would help that beginner kind of understand and really realize, the potential of what you can do?
Yeah, so like the way I kind of like started was, again, if anyone hasn't read $100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozi, I will actually credit that book to getting me fully started getting leads. It's just to get started. I got started doing stuff for free, which is what like I was told not to do. Everyone around my circle, like my parents, my peers, everybody said you can't give away your time for free. It's valuable. And I said, I know it's valuable, but in terms of what I'm doing, it's not valuable because I'm new. So at the start, about 9 months ago, I started doing websites for free. And everyone's like, what are you doing them free for? Like, you know what I mean? You were in college, now you're not in college and you're giving stuff away for free. Like, you're going to go nowhere with this. And yeah, time is valuable and stuff. And that's an okay mindset to have sometimes. But my time wasn't valuable because I wasn't very good. So I got about 5 projects under my belt before I started charging even €100 for a website. This gave me like confidence. So first of all, it gave me confidence being able to cold call people because I knew I was just giving them value for free. So put less pressure on me to get clients because everything's for free. So it's not like I'm calling people trying to ask them for $1,000 of a Stripe payment tomorrow. It's literally being like, listen, let me build something. If you don't like it, we'll scrap it. If you'd like it, we can launch it. So for me, it gave me a lot of confidence calling people, trying to do outreach and stuff because at the end of the day, they were getting free value whether they wanted to use it or not. So there's no upfront commitment from them. And then also I learned so much. I learned how to communicate with clients. It really got me the runway to get going. So like, to be honest, if anyone's looking to start and they're in college or whatever, I'd say start giving whatever service you have for free to 5 people to begin with, for example, and just get that confidence in talking to clients, get that confidence in asking clients for reviews, asking for the information, you build out processes. This would really help me get going, was to build out my first projects for free. It really, really helped me get going.
Interesting, man. And how did you go then from free to paid? Like, what was that point? Did you have a target of let me do it for 5 and then switch to paid? Or how did you get to that point?
Well, I started, like, what I did was, so I originally started out web design. It was my main service. I did website design for a few family and friends before. So what I did, I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it well-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So I started my first website completely free. I hosted for free. Like, there was no commitment from a client.
Mm-hmm.
Then I slowly started to get the commitment a little more. So I'd say, you get your free website, but can you pay for the hosting for me? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to front the hosting as well. So I say, like, listen, I'll do it for free, but like, here's a website done last week. It's good. You can see I can do my work, but like, it is €20 a month to host it. So if you don't mind making that payment, if you like it and you want to launch it, it will be €20. And then I started saying, now it's going to be €100 for the website. And then I actually was charging for the websites. And then there was a time back in December and stuff where I was charging €1,000 to €2,000 for the website alone. So it's kind of just, I slowly started raising the commitment from the client. And as I slowly started raising it, I gained confidence in my service. I'd also see, like, I'd be connected to the website. So I see if a lead came in. And I saw this one client that did a website for it, just out of luck. I launched it and they were getting leads every day. And this is just like based in the area they were in. It went up organically in Google very quickly. So I started seeing, like, this website I made for free was actually generating money. So I had absolutely no problem going to the next person being like, listen, it's €500 for the website because I generated 20 leads in the first 20 days.
Love it. Nice, man. And again, Ross, say, if someone is just kind of looking to get into this space, like, the biggest issue I see for a lot of people trying to get in is the mindset around, like, can I actually do this? And, a lot of people will overdoubt themselves and they'll see kind of too many opportunities online. It's hard to know what to pick, what to focus on, and where do you go. And then for a lot of people, they've got maybe similar to what you might have experienced, which is if you're in college, you've got a lot of people that are probably going to say it's not a great idea to go and do your own thing. Probably a bit of pressure to go and just get whatever kind of job is recommended in your degree. Like, how did you kind of push through that, like the kind of norm, like that path, and then to decide, what, actually I will do my own thing? Because obviously, like you said, you're very interested in this stuff from a young age, but still to make that leap, for a lot of people, they never get to that point, and they just think about it and kind of dream about it, but never take the steps. So how'd you go about that?
See, I feel like the one thing I always come back to when I'm working on, like, entrepreneurship and stuff like this is that, like, you feel like sometimes your time can be wasted. So you can spend a year doing something and get no results. So I only started this agency back up. I've done agency stuff before, but let's say last year, 2023, more or less 9 months in 2023, I spent a full year working on a business, and actually wasn't agency related, and a full year doing a business, and I never succeeded. And I was really, really disheartened by it. And I'm like, I took the year off college for it as well.
Yeah.
And like, really, really disheartened by it. And then I realized that, like, I am where I am now because of that business. So that business was actually a success to me. So, like, if someone's in college and they're saying, you don't have to stop college to do anything, but I'm saying, like, if you're gonna think about doing something, just do it, whether it works or not. Because if you have an agency for 3 months that turns over $1,000 a month, and then you go into a job, you have that experience from, like, your sales, you have a few things that you can apply to your job. So whether you succeed or not, I think the skills will carry through everything you do. Even if you want to go into a corporate job and you're in college and your goal is a corporate job, if you have an agency for a year that gets you some money throughout college, the skills you have there and your CV as well will also apply to your corporate job. It's not time wasted. I thought I wasted the last year of my life because a business I worked on for 12 hours a day, every day, didn't succeed and didn't get where I wanted to go. But those skills, like the website design, it was website design related. Those skills from the website design and, like, small little micro skills like domain management and hosting and knowing all this stuff brought me to where I am now and let me start this new business, which is actually succeeding and is doing well.
Love it. Love that, man. But, like, that says a lot about your mindset, because a lot of people would have had that experience, spend a year on it, and then they would have kicked the bucket, because a year is a long time, and they would have said, look, cool, like you said, I've wasted my time, I didn't get a return, it's not going to work, or this isn't for me, or I'm not able to do this. But obviously it shows that you had that like resilience. And that's something that I do believe people can, like, they can attain that. You don't have to be born with it, but you have to have a level of confidence there in yourself to know that, look, in your case, you took what was, you know, a big lesson, but you turned it into a massive positive, man. So fair play to you. Um, I kind of a little bit of a similar experience. You know, I did like drop shipping, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, Twitter page marketing, a bunch of stuff before the agency. And like a lot of them didn't work. Like a lot of them I wasted months and
Yeah.
months on. But the same thing every time, even when I wasted, remember one specific drop shipping store, it was a bikini store. Me, like a fucking 17-year-old fella launching a bikini store. I had no idea what I was doing or the market really. But I remember I never once regretted it because even though I spent money on it and I didn't make any money, I knew so much more about the space, about a good looking website, how it would convert, how it didn't convert. And often it's those lessons of doing something and not getting results where you get the biggest lessons. So yeah, man, really
Yeah.
powerful. And I think that's a great message for people, which is just try. Like you have time. You know, if you're young, if you're going to go into a job, you might be in that job for 30 years. So what's the harm if you spend an extra year beforehand just trying to figure out this passion project that could change your life or just gives you crazy amounts of lessons? So I think
Yeah.
that's a really powerful message, man.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen it in my peers as well. Like I had a friend that did copywriting and it didn't work out for him, and he was so disappointed by it. And now he's in high ticket sales. And
Mm,
I was like, how do you find that the copy? I was like, do you find the copywriting transferred into sales? And he was like, completely. Like he's like,
yeah.
I thought I wasted 6 months trying to do copywriting for free for people, and he did it for free, didn't make any money.
Mm,
Then went into high ticket sales, and the psychology stuff in copywriting kind
of
of
course.
transferred into sales. So I've seen it applied throughout friends and family and everybody around me. Like,
Amazing. Amazing, man. And again, Ross, for the beginner, right? Like what would be some of your go-to tips? You've mentioned you're a big fan of working for free. You mentioned a couple of resources there, like Alex Hormozzi's books. They're obviously a great starter for people getting into this space to learn how to create an offer, how to get leads, and all of that. What else do you think would be important for someone, and specifically that person where they're on the ropes, you know, they're not sure, do I give this thing a go? Like, should I actually try it? Obviously, your message is to try it anyway, but is there anything else you'd recommend to that person?
yeah, it's just to. I'm not really sure. Like when I started, like my main goal is actually a goal that I kind of derived from you, Adam, was just the
Hmm.
location freedom.
Nice.
Like I did location freedom, and the other thing was that I just wanted to be able to, if it was a sunny day outside, to be able to go for a run wherever I wanted to.
Yeah.
Just a simple stuff like that. It
Yeah.
wasn't to be a billionaire. It wasn't to be net worth of €1 million by on 20. It's just
Hmm.
the simple stuff. So for me, if there's something that drives you, and for me, it was the location freedom, and it was also just being able to do simple stuff. Like if I felt like to go to the gym at 12 o'clock in the day, I can do that. If there's something that's for me, that's not for everybody. That might not drive someone, but if you've something that you can cling on to, use that as motivation and just let it propel you. Because it really helped me. Was that I had it as my my screensaver, like location freedom, a picture of me in a different country and stuff. And it just like every morning I wake up, I see this on my phone, I see it on my laptop home screen, I have a few pictures darted around my bedroom and stuff.
Yeah.
It really helped me propel me and do the stuff that I didn't want to do to get to where I need to be.
Love it, man. Absolutely love it. Ross, I think a lot of people are going to find this valuable, man. So what I'll definitely do is I'll put a link to maybe your LinkedIn or something underneath
Yeah.
the video so people can obviously see what you're doing, check out. I know you're posting some like value pieces there on LinkedIn as well. So I think that'll be very interesting for people. But appreciate you coming on, man. And again, for people watching, do check out Ross's profile, see what he's up to. And I know it'll be exciting to see where he's in a few years, what country he's in, you know?
Yeah, we might catch up on another call in 6 months and see where I'm at.
Sounds good, man.
But if
Awesome.
anyone anyone want to reach out to me on LinkedIn, we can book in a call. I'd love to have a conversation, network with whoever's watching this because I'd love making new connections and stuff. Definitely.
Amazing. Cool. Well, guys, take him up on that offer. So there we go. That's a wrap. Congrats to Ross for hitting 5K per month. And obviously, thank you, Ross, for attending the interview with me. If you're watching this video and you have an interest in learning maybe a little bit more about what it would look like to be a student in my program, like Ross, who would have started at 0 and has now scaled to 5,000 per month. You'll see a link in the description of this video which will show you step by step what we offer, how what we do is very different to most of what you see out there, and how you'll work very closely with me and my team. If you want the info, check below, and I'll talk to you soon.